news,
education, politics,
economics, culture. Weekly news, a roundup of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
Weekly news, the news to English speakers.
You're watching Renouveau TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome on Weekly News. I'm Usman Sakara for the presentation. Once more, welcome on Renouveau TV. Trial court. The trial of Musa Guindo, which was eagerly awaited by supporters of the late Imam Abdulaziz Yatabare, was held last Tuesday at the Bamako Court of Appeal. At the end of the debate, he was sentenced to death. Let's remind that Musa Guindo is the man who killed Imam Yatabare while going to mosque. The official return of the 2019-2020 court and tribunals took place on Monday, 18 November at the headquarters of the highest judicial institution under the theme Role of the Supreme Court of the Fight Against Financial and Budgetary Offenses. The hearing allowed to discuss the difficulties of Malian justice and prospect. Commentary. This is the starting point for the week of the solemn audience for the return of the court and tribunals 2019-2020. This moment was followed by the swearing in of the new Supreme Court councillors, then the interventions of the jurisdictional orders on the subject. The President of the Supreme Court doesn't reject this requisition. He is aware of the challenges ahead of justice, but Nahum Tapili assured that the management of public financial resources are at the head of the Council of Justice. For the fight against corruption, the President of the Republic has been formal. The independence of the judiciary is a major concern of the authorities. He reiterated his full support to the Minister of Justice. It should be recalled that the two main judicial unions, including the Free Union of the Judiciary and the Independent Union of the Judiciary, boycotted the solemn ceremony of the 2019-2020 judicial year. The Association of the Region of Mopti, under the leadership of the Mouvement Baguinese, organized yesterday, Friday, a march to denounce the security situation in Dogon Country. During this march, the marchers assured their support to Yusuf Toloba and his mayor in securing in this part of Dogon Country. They also call on the government to take all its responsibility to secure this part of the country. Commentary. More security for our people, let's protect our achievements, our support to Yusuf Toloba and his mayor. These are among our slogans chanted by marchers to denounce the security situation prevailing in Dogon Country. According to the organizers, insecurity is increasing day by day with its loss of human and material damage. As you know, we live in an untenable situation given the security that is deteriorating day by day with its number of dead, widows, or orphans. In addition to all this, another very alarming phenomenon worries us enormously: the robbery of our cattle and the burning of our crops, affirmed the president of the Mouvement Baguinese, Hamidou Jimde. Starting at the Bourse de Travail, we here at the Monument de l'Indépendance, where the organizers call on the government to honor its commitment and work with the Dogon Self-Defense Group, Dana Amasagu. Previously, a minute of silence was observed in memory to all the victims of the multidimensional crisis that our country has been experiencing since 2012. The family of the Trade Union Confederation of Workers of Mali, CSTM, is grappling with the members of the National Union of Prison Safety Officers, the Workers' Union of the Oxygase SA Group, and that of the Trading Mission of European Mission in Mali. The initial document took place on Wednesday at the headquarters of the Trade Union Center by representatives of the new members. While they expressed their satisfaction, The Secretary General of the CSTM assured them the support of his organization. In order to improve the technical platform of health service, a Malian based in the United States of America offered a dialysis machine and medical equipment to the Point Hospital and University Center. The end-of ceremony took place last Wednesday at the Point Hospital. Details. Composed of 2 dialysis machines of medical equipment, a compatriot won through this donation to save the lives of thousands of people with kidney failure, but also to improve the working condition of the staff of the University Hospital of Poinchi. This donation was properly appreciated by the director of the hospital, Professor Ilobe Lajad, and people with kidney failure. Through his representative, the donor promised to offer additional medical equipment to the Poinchi Hospital Center in the coming days. Let's talk now about finance. The Central Bank of West African States, BCAO, is organizing from 18 to 24 November the second edition of the Week of Financial Inclusion in the West African Monetary Union under the theme Digitalization for Financial Inclusion, Challenges for the Financial Sector and West African Economic and Monetary Union member state. This second edition aims to discuss with stakeholders the challenges of digitalization of payment for the financial sector and this member state. To this end, the institution proceeded from its headquarters in Dakar to launch by video conference the activities of the Week to Financial Inclusion, which take concomitantly in the 8-member state. Commentary. Discussion panels, a high-level forum, and a financial inclusion fair are among the activities that mark this launching ceremony. An opportunity for stakeholders to discuss the challenges of digitalization, the risks associated with the use of new financial technologies, and the measures to be implemented to protect consumers of financial services. This second edition, which brings together the Financial Department of West African Economic and Monetary Union countries, intermediary in banking and telecommunication operation, and international organizations, plans several activities to support this dynamic. The 8-member state of the West African Economic Monetary Union plan to organize national workshop on the digitalization of payment by state and agricultural value chain in order to highlight the problem of digitalization of all sectors of socio-economic life. Faithful to his tradition, the spiritual guide of Ansardin, Usman Sharif Mandani Aidara, hosted a press conference on Wednesday, November 20th, at his home in Bankani Jangine, Buguin, Commune 1 of the Bamako district, to take stock of the celebration of Maulud 2019 by his organization. Usman Sharif Mandani Aidara took advantage of this meeting to discuss several current issues. Report. This meeting, which is part of a traditional framework established for 9 years, allowed the spiritual guide of the Ansar and president of the group of spiritual leader of Mali, Usman Sharif Mandani Aidara, to give all the details on the cause of the Maulud 2019. He even went beyond by responding to the question from journalists. For this year's edition, 148,637 pilgrims were registered, including 75,453 men, 73,184 women from 29 countries around the world, 1,375 preachers with 56,200 free sermons performed, 6,131 organizers. Usman Sharif Mandani Aidara expressed his satisfaction with the cause of this year's Maulud because, according to him, it happened without major incidents. In addition to questions about the Maulud, the president of the group of spiritual leaders of Mali took the opportunity to address several current issues, including the case of an identity card found on alleged terrorists, the 150 hectares of plot promised to the Ansar by the president of the republic didn't escape the attention of journalists. As for the security situation of the country, the spiritual guide of the Ansars instead advocated the Sacred Union Bureau in the sense of the country. It should be noted that the sum mobilized for the organization of the Maulud 2019 is estimated at more than 400 million CFA francs. The Association for the Protection and Promotion of Bozo Culture, Bozo Kabu, organized last Saturday a conference debate at the National Museum of Bamako. The purpose of this conference was to discuss the role and contribution of the association in the resolution of the security crisis in Mali. Commentary. Created just a year ago for the development of the well-being of the Bozo language and culture, the Bozo Kabu Association, through this conference debate, intends to contribute to the resolution of the security crisis that our country is facing since 2012. According to the lecturer of the day, the Bozo community has been the victim of jihadist violence in the center of our country. It should be noted that several associations and group committees to the resolution of the conflict in Mali took part in this conference debate. They intend to create a synergy of action to support the victims of the violence. Yes, as you already understood, main news of the weekend. Now we are at school. Yes, at school is today at Grammar High School or Lycée BAMINATA COULIBALY alias LBAC, where we're going to see what place is given to English language. To talk more about this question, we are with the principal of the Lycée, Mr. Sidibé. Mr. Sidibé, good morning.
Good morning. Today, LBAC is among the biggest lycée in Mali in regard of the size of the number of people, and in regard taking into account the quality of the studies displayed here. So here we have from 68 people at the beginning. Lycée BAMINATA COULIBALY counts today more than 1,000 people. This is to say that really the lycée is promoting. This promotion is due to the commitment of the staff first, but the devotion of all the teachers with whom we are working from the beginning to now. Today, 68 teachers teach here in Lycée BAMINATA COULIBALY. As location, I may say that Lycée BAMINATA COULIBALY is located in Manyambugu Rural. In Manyambugu Rural, between Irimajo and Isabugu. So at this step, I would like first to tell you that the commitment of both staff and school teachers permits us to get all the results we are getting from the beginning to now. And I'm very happy to tell you that this commitment we have got from the beginning will fortunately continue his road. All the subjects are studied here. We have all the streams. English is considered as the most spoken language here in the world. The language of science, the language of literature, the language of technology, the language of commerce, etc., etc. So this is to say that the place and importance of English in our lifetime is extremely important. That is why we are putting a particular stress on the study of this language in our lycée. So English is the language of excellence. Without language, without English, there is no development today. Without English, there is, to be clear, any possibility for anybody to be among the best. So excellence passes forcibly for the study of English today.
How do you recruit your teachers?
All our teachers are recruited on the basis of background first. All of them are trained at École Normale Supérieure, ELSUP. This is to say that they are competent enough to display the courses they are teaching here in our classes. So my teachers are recruited on a very, very safe basis, because without this diploma, I mean the diploma of École Normale Supérieure, no question, there is no possibility for someone to teach here. So my teachers are competent enough because they have all been trained at École Normale Supérieure, so they have a sufficient knowledge to exercise the activities of teachers in all the classes they will be given. In the promotion of English language, this initiative is extremely important for us because it first permits us to make our lycée known by a large number of people throughout Bamako, throughout Mali, and even beyond. Also, you give us the opportunity to show to the rest of Bamako or to the rest of Mali what we are doing here as effort for the development of country. This is our part of contribution to the building of our big Mali.
So after the meeting with the staff of the school, we are now at the class 11 forum, where we're going to see how teachers are giving courses in English language and how people are interested in this language. Let's follow.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? Thank you a lot. Okay, today we are together for our new lessons. Okay?
Yes.
And but before we start, which date is today? Who can tell us which date is today? Oh, yes, yeah.
Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
November 19, 2019.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Okay, today our lesson will be focused on a lesson of topic. E1. E1. Okay?
I live at Renouveau.
Great.
And at Renouveau we can visit the mysterious mountain
Yes.
where Smauru Kante
Disappeared. Yeah.
during his
Battle or struggle
struggle against
Sunjata Keita. Very good, wonderful. Okay. This. Okay. Who can give another place?
And at Sigasso,
Yes.
we can visit the hall of residence
Yes.
built by Cheba Traoré
Cheba Traoré. Yes.
to fight against white people.
Oh, very good.
White people penetration of Sigasso.
Oh, very good. You know that?
Today we are in the class of 11L, in a class of 11L. Today we talk about one of the topic of the program, which is tourism. And because tourism is an important topic, and our lesson will focus on that today. The purpose of this lesson is to let the students know that tourism plays an important role in the economic development policy of a country. And nowadays, this sector has been has known some problems, and how together to find a solution to those problems, and how to let the students know that this topic is very interesting for the future.
What are some of the things that the tourists can visit? Oh, yes.
The National Museum in Bamako.
The National Museum in Bamako. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree that the National Museum is one place that tourists can visit in Mali?
Yes.
Very good. The National. So according to you, in your opinion, what our topic of today will be focused on? What will be the title of the topic today? Yes, you. Do you agree? Yes. Wonderful. Okay, you get well. That means the question will be tourism. E1.
Tourism.
E2.
Tourism.
C1.
Tourism.
Everybody?
Tourism.
Tourism. Very good. So today, our lesson of today will be focused on this topic. And to know how this topic is interesting, we have to have an overview about tourism, which will discover about what is called the situation problem. And now, the question we need to answer about this topic is, do you think that tourism can be a job-creating activity?
Yes.
Okay. If yes, we have to look for some aspects and some jobs created by this topic. So in order to discuss largely about this, we have to go through step by step and through activity. So let's start our first activity. Activity 1. Okay, and as you know, each activity has its instruction. You are already in your group. Yes. Work in group and answer to this question. So that means your duty is to answer the question. The first of which will be, the first question is that, what is a site? Okay? No, you have 1 minute or 2 minutes to work in group to find the answer. Okay? What is C
is a place, an emplacement, for a purpose.
For a purpose. So the question is, what is a site? Do you think this is a good definition?
Yes. The National Museum is a site.
Okay. So the question is, there are some
Hand and humble.
Oh, the Fatima hands. Very good, wonderful. This is a Timbuktu. Wonderful. Okay. So thank you for this activity. And in this activity, what did we talk about? What can be the title of this activity about? Yes, you? Touristic site in Mali. Okay, very good. Sites in Mali. Wonderful. Okay, I tell you that we are going to talk about many aspects of tourism today. And the first activity has been focused on the touristic site in Mali. The second activity, let's move on to our second activity. Okay, activity 2. So the instruction is there. Instruction. Okay. So go back in your groups. Go back in your groups, and the second instruction will be about. Okay, the first question will be, enumerate some advantages of tourism. Do you think that tourism has some advantages?
Yes.
Okay, if yes, work with your neighbors and try to give us some of the advantages. And the second one will be, enumerate some things, some aspects, okay, which are affecting tourism in Mali. Do you understand the instruction? Yes. Okay, you have 1 minute or 2 minutes to work with your groups.
A long time ago in Mali here, the teaching policy has been changed, and we are adopting in this school, we are lucky we are adopting this new policy which is called APC, or in French they call approche par compétence. And in this approach we have to make the setting like this so that to make all the students participate to the class. This is the purpose.
Now in this case, what the role of pupils and the role of teachers?
Oh, in this strategy, the teachers has a role and the students also have a role. So the most important is to make the student participate and to make them actor in their own teaching. And the role of the teacher will be to guide them. He will be the guide, the monitor of the different activity. But the student, I repeat again, will play the most important part in the classroom.
Okay, now, have you got something? Have you got some? Yes. Oh, wonderful. The first question. The first question, tourism. So some advantages of tourism. She said tourism creates jobs. Is it okay? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Very good. Many jobs. When the tourists come, there will be tourist guide, there will be interpreter, there will be many restaurants. So very good. Tourists can create jobs. Okay. What else? What else? Oh, yes, over there. And the second question. Let's move to the second question of this activity. What are some of the aspects which can be a danger to tourism in Mali? Are there some activities?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you?
Of tourism in Mali. Insecurity.
Insecurity? Oh, wonderful. Very good. Okay.
So as far as a message, I will tell the student that English today is one of the tools without which you cannot reach any goal in the life. So I invite all of them to consider English as one of the major subjects and to consider it as a means of having more opportunities in their future life. When you learn English, you will never be jobless and you will be able to work either in your country or in another country. So I invite all of them to be interested in that.
I want to say about over my classmates that we are very pleased to meet you, and thanks for coming in our school.
End of the weekly news for today. Let's say hello to the inhabitant of Duru in Mopti region and Mainami in Kai region. See you next time. Until then, take care.
Weekly news.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly news, a roundup of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
Weekly news, the news to English speakers.